just to get some people thinking of what could be done. One of the unfortunate things about the program is that they don't want to spend all their money on sidewalks. So they'll talk about enhancing the sidewalks, but then they want you to either pay for the rest of it yourself or find another funding program to pay for the rest of the sidewalks. So, another part of this process is if the funding is improved, we're going to be seeking additional funds to try to rebuild the entire sidewalks and really reduce the cost to the city. With this concept here, this shows one of the core blocks on Aurora Street from Suffolk going that'd be south and west. And that seems to be your primary block downtown.
That's the core block.
That's the core block. So a lot of these renderings here are looking at that core block and what could be done. We have some trees. Right now there are no trees except for there's one spot downtown that has a tree. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be right by the
Chief Oil.
So what we wanted to do is we just basically wanted to go down the main corridor, and first of all add more light posts, and kind of where the light posts are in between light posts and we'll put trees and tree grates and on both sides of the main corridor from Suffolk down to Wall Street.
That was the one last week when I was driving downtown at night. That was the one thing that caught my attention, is that it's not as lighted as it could be, that to make it more attractive. And I think it'd just be filling in those dark spots, and not replacing all the poles, but adding some new ones and that just really adds a lot of more inviting environment at night, having more lighting. So as Mark said, adding some more lighting, some streetscape trees, trash receptacles, benches, and another, I don't know if it's shown on here, Mark, planters.
Yeah, that's going to be on, they're going to put the planters on either side of the light posts, existing and the new. Just like some flowers and stuff like that.
You can get them in, anywhere from like a couple feet diameter to 4 or 5 feet diameter. So, they're, the nice thing about that is you can move them around. So if you get into snow season, you can remove them. And then
that's nice. And one thing is, it's nice enough that the sidewalks are 9 feet wide. So I mean, even if the light posts and the flowers and the benches, and you still have plenty of space for people to walk side by side, so we measure them on an average of 8 to 10 feet, so it's about 9 feet. We should about 9 feet.
Yeah. And then one thing that's commonly done is enhance the sidewalks with brick pavers. With this idea here, by each of the trees, you'd have a tree grate, but then you'd have some bricks around that area. And then this really adds a nice touch with putting in, whether it be bricks or stamped colored concrete, but adding it in the crosswalk area. And I like Mark's idea here, live where you play. That's a neat idea, and print that city environment, live where you play.
And just to add, these are our concepts right now, so they're looking for feedback, good, bad, and other ideas. So they're just kind of throwing different ideas out at you right now, trying to get some feedback.
The other concepts that I'll show you are most of the changes really play on changing what we do in the sidewalks. So the overall concepts are generally very similar. This one we got some negative feedback because of the extensive use of brick. So it's falls into in their eyes anyways, too much of a good thing. I do like the idea, and I was talking to Mark earlier that maybe we can do, on this core block, they might approve of this concept, but on the other blocks we do something a little more scaled back. But this just shows a couple of different ideas of what could be done with the brick and the sidewalks. This is a fairly common practice where you just put what they call a brick terrace right along the edge. That's another idea, not quite as attractive as that, but does add a little bit of enhancement. I'm kind of flipping through these fairly quick so we can go back. And then this kind of takes a blend of this idea, keeping that on the core block, and then toning it down on some of the side streets where you still have some enhancements there. So just several different ideas, like Scott said, to just get people thinking and what you think, and if we want to go in a different direction. But this is intended to be more question and answer and feedback, right? So I don't know what your thoughts are on the plans that you've seen there, but